Good afternoon, yo. So today is Sunday and it's the afternoon. What a lovely day outside, even though we still can't go out because, quarantine, hashtag lockdown. But not to worry, I'm going to be baking mini lemon curd tarts. So let me show you the ingredients I'm going to be using to make my sweet short crust pastry. So I've got the lemon curd in a jar, 150 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of icing sugar, 1 egg which we're going to break up to get our egg yolk, 75 grams of butter, and some water in case we need it. So what we're going to do first is this. We're going to sift the plain flour in a bowl and add in the butter to make breadcrumbs. Let me show you. So that's our plain flour and that's the butter right there. First step is to make your flour and butter resemble breadcrumbs. So you have to use both hands to do that. So I'm gonna skip ahead, do that real quick and show you what it looks like after. See, I have made my resemblance of a breadcrumb using the plain flour and the butter. So the tip to do this is to basically use your fingertips to basically work in the flour and the butter together. Like so. Is to basically add your icing sugar, the 75 grams, and your egg yolk, and a pinch of salt into the resemblance of the breadcrumb. I've also added a pinch of salt as well. So now I'm gonna use my hands to form this together into a dough ball. Ta-da! So what I've done is this, I've literally used a tablespoon of water to try and get the dough to form into a ball as well. So I'm going to use a normal tablespoon to get it out of the dish. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flour up my board so I can do that and wrap it up in cling film. So what you want to do is simply just work in that flour like this to knead your dough together into a ball. You don't want to put too much flour on the board, just a little bit, like a pinch of flour, and use your sieve to do that. So once this is literally worked in, all soft, all nice as we see it, we are going to wrap this up in cling film and then put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Moving to the second step of the recipe and what to do is this. I cleared up my cutting board on top of my cooker, so I've got space to roll out the flour when it comes out of the fridge. We've got 5 minutes and 45 seconds left, which is not a bad thing. So I've brought out my pastry cutter, a circle shape, to make the little tart cups, and I've also got my lemon curd. So my lemon curd, I'm going to spoon half of this into a bowl so it's ready for when we need it. Scooped out half of the lemon curd into a bowl. So I've also heated the kettle up as well, so I could use only a little of it, like that much, to make it separate. Our pastry is out of the fridge, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide this into 6 bowls of pastry. Next, I have greased up my 12 cupcake tins, which I'm going to put the pastry in. I have also put flour on the tabletop of my kitchen, and I've got my rolling pin covered in flour as well, so we're gonna roll this pastry out. So that's my 12 cases all done. So much hard work, guys. The reason why for putting the greaseproof piece of paper into 4 corners is because we're going to put some baking beans, which are these, in them. But first we need to let this sit in the fridge for another 30 minutes so the shape can keep. The method using the baking beans is called blind baking. So I'm going to show you what that does to the pastry after it sets for 30 minutes, because we're going to have to bake it further in the oven for 15 minutes. This is what they look like, guys. With the baking beans, I've put them into the greaseproof paper of each top, which is good. I had preheated the oven to gas mark 5 before putting it to the fridge for 30 minutes. So now I'm just going to put them into the oven now. They've just come out of the oven. So what we've got to do is remove each of this greaseproof paper with the baking beans and bake more for another 5 minutes. At all, guys, I'm going to try 2 because they broke as I try to lift them out. So I'm going to eat them, but I'm going to put the rest back in for 5 minutes. Don't they look gorgeous, guys? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my measuring spoons, which is the 1 teaspoon, to scoop 2 of these into each lemon curd is put into the top. I'm going to put it back into the oven and let it bake for another 30 minutes. So what I've done is I put my gas mark to gas mark 3 so they can basically melt, and so bake. Proud, guys, of these. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to simply leave it in the tin to cool for 10 minutes before we take them out of the tin. It's all cooled, guys, so now I'm going to just lightly take them out and put them onto a baking tray. Wish me good luck. Hashtag hopefully it won't. I tried, guys. I tried to get the 10 out, but only 8 made it out. And I am proud of myself. I'm going to eat these gracefully, and I'm going to be happy. And yes, check me out. Hashtag Total Baker at home. Quarantine session. Still going to be here, but these babies all live in my memories. Yes, I can't ride a bike, but I can surely bake, guys. One tip, if you're going to take these out of a baking tray, use a butter knife and gently tip to the side. That's what I did.